If your entire day is just responding to what's already in front of you, it stops feeling intentional because you're not creating meaning or connecting today to tomorrow. It's not that there's anything wrong with this, but you can't help but feeling like there's something missing. There's a lack of vibrancy and aliveness that you desire to feel. And I think that's why so many of us are looking for something else, new hobbies, new projects, some idea that suddenly makes us feel alive again. We think we're looking for the answer or the perfect next thing that becomes our life's mission, that gives us purpose. But maybe what we're looking for is a different relationship with time itself, a different relationship with the present. Because what we want is for today to feel like it belongs to something. We want to know that the effort we're putting in is taking us somewhere, not just getting through the week or through the workday, but toward becoming someone. And I don't mean some perfect ideal version of you who has it all figured out 10 years from now, because you've probably done that over and over and over. We can imagine a better life and probably have. But if we intentionally create an image that's so far in the future that we can't connect the meaning to today, the present, it becomes another form of escape. What I'm finding more useful is imagining a future that is close, clear, and connected to who you actually want to be. Not 10 years from now, not even a year from now, but a week from now, or at the end of the night. Who do you want to be 1 week from today? And more importantly, what would need to happen over the next 7 days for you to feel proud of how you showed up? I tried this the other morning. And what came up wasn't just a list of things I wanted to get done or needed to get done. It was a different way of seeing myself. I started writing as if I was already a week ahead. Like, hey, Rob, it's next Tuesday. You've been taking care of yourself. You've been consistent with your singing lessons. And you finished that video you said you were going to make. You've been more present with your family. You've been putting your phone down after work. You've been eating really healthy. And you've been showing up to work with more ownership and confidence. And as I was writing that, I noticed that I wasn't just thinking about what I wanted to do. I was thinking about who I wanted to be, who was showing up to do it. That felt different because earlier that same morning, I'd been worrying about work. This is the default. I had a plan that I needed to move forward, and I was thinking about what my boss and my peers might think, whether I should say something differently or if my approach was going to get criticized or if I was going to make a bad decision. And from that place of fear, my to-do list ended up just being more things for me to worry about, which makes sense if you think about it. If you're already worried, and then you try to imagine your future, your imagination doesn't stop being worried. It just creates things to worry about in the future. It starts building a future that matches the feeling that you're currently in. You start anticipating problems, preparing for criticism, and trying to avoid mistakes that haven't happened yet. And that's how most of us plan when we aren't intentional about what future we are creating, which just becomes your current fear drawing pictures for tomorrow. When I started writing from the perspective of the person that I wanted to be a week from now, the questions changed. I wasn't asking, how do I make sure nobody thinks I messed this up? Or how do I not make mistakes? I was asking, how would I handle this if I wasn't so afraid of getting things wrong? What would make me feel proud of how I handled it or how I showed up? And suddenly there's more room and there's more possibility because the person I was imagining myself to be had changed. We don't realize it, but we spend so much time asking, what should we do next instead of who do I want living my life? When you get clear about the person you want to become, your decisions start coming from a different place. You're not just asking, what do I need to do today? You're asking, what would make today part of the life I actually want to be living? For me, that could be finishing a video by Thursday or making specific progress on a goal outside my current comfort zone. Because having that finish line changes the way I approach Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. If I create a future 1 week from now that says something like, it's Friday night, it's 9:30 p.m., I'm laying my head down on the pillow, and I feel good about the week I just lived. I'm reflecting. I handled what I needed to handle. I put my phone down, was with my son. My wife and I actually spent time together, had real conversation. I showed up. The things you do don't need to be dramatic to feel meaningful. They just need to be connected to a future that matters to you, to a future that you actually want. Because when they are, each day feels different. Work isn't just something that you have to get through. Practice isn't just another thing on your list. Being with your family isn't just what happens after everything else is done. Each day becomes part of something that you're choosing. And I want to be careful here because I don't want you thinking that the answer is to turn your whole life into a self-improvement project. You're not a machine optimizing every ounce of efficiency. My point isn't to leave the present and sacrifice it all for some future state that you think will make you happy, but the opposite. I'm asking you to consider giving the present more meaning, to be with your family and actually be there because that's the kind of person you want to be. To show up at work as someone who confidently moves through decisions, who has courage and tries to get better because that's who you want to be. The future doesn't have to become a place you escape to. But if you're intentional about it, it can become a way to understand what the moment is for. So if you've been feeling like your days are full, but not particularly meaningful, I think there are a few questions worth sitting with. Who do you want to be a week from now? What would need to happen this week for you to feel more confident, proud, and excited about the life you're living? And if that version were already sitting here, looking back at the next 7 days, what would they tell you to do today? Start there, give it a date, make it close enough to feel real, and then pay attention to what changes about how you structure your day and how those things matter. Because I think meaning starts when we stop treating our days like isolated things to get through, and when we become more intentional about what they're leading toward and what they're connected to. And when we remember that it's not just what we do, it's who we do it as. Thanks, everyone. Hey, if you're trying to get clear on where you want to go, or you keep feeling like you're circling the same thought without moving forward, I'm opening up 10 free 30-minute clarity calls. There's no pitch. There's nothing to prepare. I want to understand my audience better, who I connect with. And it's just a conversation to help you figure out what matters, what might be keeping you stuck, some perspective. You can find those details in the description. And if you want to leave a comment and tell me who do you want to be a week from now, that would be really interesting to see what kind of clarity you can get. Thanks again for watching. Here to connect. Hope to see you on the next one.